Good morning, everybody. It's another beautiful day. I left at the same time as well, so hopefully I'll catch beating off Betty again. And I get it, a lot of you are saying there's two sides to every story, it was a bit out of context, we didn't know what the fuck went on properly. I understand. So here we go. Anyway, it was coming to the end of my walk yesterday, and as I was cutting through Beaconlough Estate, to my left I heard a commotion and I thought, oh jeeves, what's going on? Anyway, as I looked, this guy had a hold of his dog with two big dogs around him jumping up, and he was shouting at the woman who was way away. My dog's not friendly, my dog's not friendly. So to help him, I called these dogs over and I went, come here. Tried to entice them over. They wouldn't come over, so I got Sky to sit in front of us because they liked dogs, which is probably why they liked Betty. So they were hovering around me for a little while, and this guy started, he says, oh, thanks love. I says, it's all right. He says, she's a fucking nightmare. Little did I realise. Anyway, she's coming down the street. I says, has your dog's got recall? She says, you what? I says, has your dog's got recall? She's like, I can't fucking understand what you're saying. I thought, oh Christ, I've got a live one here. I says, does your dogs have any recall? She came right up into my face and she says, what the fuck has it got to do with you, like? I says, I'm only asking if your dogs have got recall. She says, it's got fuck all to do with you, you fucking ugly cunt. What a fucking ugly cunt. Well, because I stood my ground, because I wasn't intimidated by an angry radish in a bobble hat with methadone issues, she started to push us away. By this point, I kind of looked behind her and just saw that bloke with his dog legging it, and I thought, you fucking Nazar, he's left me to fucking deal with this bitch. She was screaming, do you live round here, like? Do you live round here, eh? I'm round here every day. I thought, do I look like the kind of person who would live on this estate? I mean, really, what an insult. Do you know what? Just back up slowly, because it's pointless arguing with somebody who's only ever known the love and touch from a brother. Anyway, as I'm walking off, she's still fucking shouting. I thought, Jesus Christ, I'm getting my phone out here because this is golden. But when I took my phone out, obviously she'd shut up, which I happily posed for a photo and a bit of a video by standing there flicking the V's. And it was at that point I looked closer and I realised she had 7 fingers on one hand. And I thought, Jesus, just keep on walking because you're going to be found in a river with a kayak shoved up your arse. Anyway, I made sure I left at the same time, even though I knew I wouldn't see her first thing this morning because she'd probably still be fast asleep. Our alarm call is probably when her brother inserts the tip. A few years actually said that you would have punched her spark out. I mean, where would that have gotten you? Do you know what I mean? Let's face it, it would have been you that got arrested. The courts would definitely side with her because beating up somebody who's mentally handicapped is frowned upon. And then you'd lose your job, and trying to get another job would be an absolute nightmare because it doesn't look good on paper when they look at your record and see that you're down for assault of a spastic. And of course, when they're reading that, they're seeing this dear little old lady sitting in a wheelchair with a little Yorkshire Terrier. and they're knitting. Do you know what I mean? Little do they realise that it's a violently aggressive Doylem who's inbred and lives on the fucking worst estate in the Gateshead. Sorry, Molly.
That was the craziest I've ever seen. I've never seen human beings like that. Everyone you look at, their eyeballs are going this way, and a single tooth among them, not a single tooth in any of their heads. And they look at us, and we look at them, and they're yapping and screaming and barking.
What is the story with that family?
Their parents were double first cousins. But in addition to that, mother and the father side were identical twins. So it's like the same person, birth, mom and dad, even though they were different people, but they're identical twins. And then the parents were cousins on top of it.